Well, hello, everybody. This is Mr. Onesto, and welcome back to Under the Sea Crayon Resist Part 2. And this is the final lesson of this series. And as you can see, I got my crayons over here. And it doesn't matter how many you have or what brand you have. Just use what you got at home. And the big thing about crayons, don't worry if they break. Don't worry about being perfect. There was a time when I taught elementary school, I would have kids just break them in half and remove the paper because students were obsessing on keeping everything perfect. Crayons are made to be used up, so just use them. If you use it all up, you use it all up. The important thing about coloring with crayon resist is pressure. And I'm just going to do the mermaid tail here. And I'm going to push as hard as I can. Can you see how that comes out? And I'm going to push. I'm getting my little crumbs. That's how I know I'm pushing hard enough. And I'm going to just take a darker green. I always like to use two colors if I can. Depending on the set you have, you might not be able to do this. It might just have to be straight colors, and that's okay too. If you have the ability with a 24 pack or a larger pack of 48, you can be more varied. And I'm going to go through everything except for the water. And since I don't do time lapse, I'm going to pretend I'm doing time lapse. I'm going to show you my two drawings. And we're going to watch them come back colored. And there we go. There is my color version of that. And I got to work on sound effects. I know that. And there's my other example. And a couple of things I want to point out. One, as you can see, it doesn't matter what colors you use. I didn't go with black. I went with purple on the orca. I went with orange tails. I went with a light green skin here. Actually, I went with light green on both of these two characters. And then since I had a couple of the skin tone, realistic skin tones, skin tone can be any color you want. And I don't want you to be focused that a mermaid has to be a certain color. You make up that color. This is where you express yourself. You can reflect yourself. You can make mermaids that look like you, or you can be varied and you can make them with different colored hair, from blue to skin with blue stripes, and that's like terracotta. We use that term instead of brown. And then I have apricot here with brown and blonde hair with some blue stripes. And like I said, green skin, green fins, orange fins. And I had fun with the colors on the animals, as you can see. So I'm going to lay this one right here, get the other one ready. And we're going to do the water now. Or I should say the watercolor. I got my watercolor set. I got my water, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this dish. Where do I get the water dish? This is a cap of a water bottle. I love them. I started collecting them from friends and students when they had them because you see this little texture here? That's great when you're doing acrylic paints or water and you really need to get the paint off of the brush. And I just kind of wipe it around and it just scrapes the paint right off. So I find them good use for water dishes. And of course, my paintbrush. I do have two sizes. I'm going to use the larger one because it'll go faster. You may not have a choice. You might just be stuck with whatever comes with your set. Don't worry. Anything soft will work. Some people use makeup brushes. And I'm going to get some water in the blue. I'm just going to keep it simple too for everybody. And I am going to I found it easier just to lightly go with water first. And I'm just going to do this. As you can see, it's picking up some of the crayon and stuff like that. And I'm not going all the way out to the edges. This is why it's better to use drawing paper instead of copy paper. All right, now I'm going to come in with the color. And as you can see, everything, everywhere where I have crayon, it's not being painted. Everywhere that I miss is being painted. But you notice that I have some things that are white, and I'll talk about that in a second. Please be patient. And, you know, it's really difficult sometimes when you demonstrate and you don't have students around you. For 20 some years, I always had students around me asking great questions. And it's a little different when you're just sitting by yourself doing this. So I might have to arrange this where I do always have students around me. So there is my first under the sea picture. I want you to take a look at a few things. I want to point out, notice the streaking around the orca and the fish. And I'm going to talk about that here in a second. One of the neat things you can do is use the white crayon, and you can do a lot of things. And you got to make sure you press. And put a couple streaks here. And you can do anything with your white crayon. You can make white jellyfish, and they only appear after you color with the blue. And I'm going to get it wet again. And remember, this is your picture. Do you have to use blue? Absolutely not. Could you use orange? Yes. Who knows what the deep ocean, what kind of lights are down there? Could be green. Hopefully it's not brown and black. There we go. Look at that. Look at how that white shows up. And you see why I wetted it down first? Now for you art teachers, if you're listening to me by chance, when I do this project within the classroom, I did it on a 12 by 18 paper. And I usually start off by reading some books about life under the sea, talking about the varied life. And I love marine biology. So maybe one of you will become a future marine biologist out there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this lesson. It doesn't matter how old you are. For the parents out there, I think you can have fun. And with practice, you can actually make complicated landscapes and stuff like this. This is just the very basic of Crayon Resist. I hope all of you are doing well. And don't forget, you're loved, you're important, and those aren't just words. So have a great day.